It's time for some tips on self-care and health and making sure that you're doing the right things this summer when you're out doing junk removal. And if you don't know, my name's Matt with Anchors Away, junk removal and hauling. We haul it all but the mother-in-law. All right, let's get down to business. So, I want to make a video because I haven't seen a lot of people make a video lately or ever when it comes to safety and self-care while you're out doing junk removal. You know, everybody wants to talk about leads. Everybody wants to talk about making money. We want to talk about what to do on the job and all these other things. But nobody wants to talk about health and safety, self-care, and you know it's getting warm unless you live up north, or maybe it's not warm where you're at yet. But here in Virginia Beach, the weather has gotten pretty warm. So I wanted to make a video talking a little bit about health and safety, self-care, what can we do, or tips that you can use to prepare your body and your mind for the upcoming summer. Because while we're kicking ass and we're taking names and we're making all that money, it's really all for nothing if you don't take care of you, right? You gotta be there in order to go out there and take care of your customers. So you gotta take care of you first, make you a priority, and then you can make your customers and making money a priority, you know, afterwards. So safety and self-care in junk removal. The first thing I'll tell you is when it gets warm outside, you gotta hydrate, right? And I'm not talking about, oh man, I got the coffee, I got the Budweiser, and I'm hydrated, you know? That's not the hydration I'm talking about. Oh, check this out. I got this coffee mug. Boy, it's got that pew pew on it. It's got a little spinner on it. Anyway, that's what I drink in the morning. Straight black coffee gets me going in the morning, makes me super happy to get out there and service my community. You know, it's that caffeine that gets you going. But anyway, hydration. Talking about hydration. How much water do you drink? Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, I don't drink water. I don't like water. I don't like the taste of water. Ugh, right? But listen, as a retired Marine and somebody that's lived this life for a long time, right? I know a little bit about hydration, changing your socks, and taking Motrin, because that is what we are prescribed 99% of the time while I served in the Marines. But anyway, hydration. Do you know it takes 72 hours of hydrating, drinking the good old H2O in order to hydrate your body fully? So 2 days ago, right, of drinking water, you should have started 2 days ago if you want to kick ass and stay hydrated and fully ready to go today, right? So it takes 72 hours to hydrate your body. Listen, I know Budweiser's good. I know the Captain and Cokes are great. I know that having a couple drinks is beautiful. Makes you relax at the end of a hot, hard day. You just want to come home and maybe sip on some wine with your cigar, you know? But listen, it's gonna get hot, okay? It's not unusual for it to be very humid, very hot. You're out there sweating, you're moving furniture, you're moving washer and dryers, you're cleaning out a hoarder house, right? Maybe you're in a Tyvek suit and a mask because you're in an environment that needs it. Make sure that you're drinking the H2O, okay? The H2O. I'm not good at science, but that's that white bottle stuff, you know, the clear bottles. Maybe your refrigerator makes it. Maybe you buy bottles of water. Maybe it's in the faucet, right? I just wouldn't do it without a filter. Who knows what they're pumping through the water? And all this is pure steel and sex appeal. I cannot drink anything that's unpure and put it in my body. Okay, I hope you're laughing because I was being funny. So hydrate. Make sure that you're putting yourself in a position where your body's hydrated. Drink plenty of water. So my routine in the morning is some good old American brew, black, straight coffee, right? That mud juice. And then I drink water throughout the whole day. I drink water every day, all right? Do I partake in a few drinks in the evening to celebrate, making that $1,000 a day that I sometimes make? Yes, but you wanna make sure that you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure you're hydrating, okay? Tip number 1, hydrate. Then proper PPE. They're like, what, PPE? You talking about my PPE for? No, PPE, helmet, right? Gloves, you got back supports, you got steel toe boots, you got a mask, all right? Be smart. The sins of today is what you're paying for tomorrow. If we're ignorant early on in life, we're gonna end up paying for that later on, right? Give you an example. Somebody that's 60 years old just recently told me, man, if I quit smoking, if I quit smoking 30, 40 years ago, I wouldn't have COPD or COPP or whatever the hell, right? Wearing a freaking oxygen. Hey, practice good habits now, especially if you're a little younger, so that way later in life, you take the chance, it's a lesser chance of you, paying for those sins, right? So proper PPE, protective equipment, okay? Like I said, helmet, gloves, mask. Look, you know your environment. Make sure you're checking the environment. Make sure that if you're in an area, you should always be wearing gloves. You really shouldn't want to put your freaking digits all over somebody else's couch and you don't really know how they live, all right? So wear your gloves. Make sure that you're wearing steel toe boots or steel toe or composite shoes. You want to make sure that those digits are, they're protected, because in our line of work, there's a chance that you could drop something on your foot, drop something and smash your hand. Just want to make sure that you're taking those extra precautionary measures, right? Extra precautionary measures. I can't believe I said that without messing it up. I thought I was going to throw that on a blooper reel. All right? And mask, right? It ain't got to be the N95. It ain't got to be a gas mask, but you want to wear a mask when you're in certain environments. Just use your brain. You walk into a house, you're like, oh shit, I need to put a mask on, okay? Normally this thing right here will tell you what's up, right? It'll tell your brain like, hey, you probably should be covering up, okay? Just be smart, wear your proper protective equipment, okay? And know your environment. I touched on it very briefly, but know your environment, right? Customers on the phone, I got a sofa and I got a love seat I need to be removed from my house. Okay, without being disrespectful, sir, has the sofa or the love seat ever had bed bugs? Does it have bed bugs? I don't mean to be rude, but these are questions that I ask in general just to know what I'm getting into, okay? No, it ain't got bed. People get upset. But if you are the junk removal expert and you're about to walk into an environment and you do not know, you're gonna bring those bed bugs home. And if you want them in your house, sure, by all means. But be polite, find out, do they have bed bugs? Because I will tell you that 90% of the people out there that you reach out to or they reach out to you for removal are not gonna tell you, oh, my bed, my queen size mattress, my couch, my love seat, my chair, it has bed bugs, because they're embarrassed, right? Nobody wants to put that out there. Oh, I got lice, I got bed bugs, I got roaches. Hey, we've seen it all. If you've been in this business for more than 6 months, you've seen a lot. So you wanna just kindly know your environment, find out, hey, is there bed bugs? You're gonna go in attics, maybe a crawl space, maybe you're gonna go into a storage locker, right? There's gonna be rat droppings, right? Nobody wants to get infected by rat shit. Nobody wants to see that, take it, and then you get some kind of infectious disease. That's where you go back to your proper PPE, okay? You need to suit up in a Tyvek suit, which you need to charge more money for bed bugs and for environments that got rat shit or mold or poison ivy because you're doing a backyard, debris removal. Know your environment, be smarter than the average bear, and make sure you go back to the proper PPE. Put on Tyvek, wear a mask, right? Especially for mold, wear gloves. Make sure whatever you come out that house in, whatever's underneath, you can take off the Tyvek, throw it in your dump truck, dump trailer, whatever you got, your Pinto, your, whatever, okay? Know your environment, because that's one thing that you're gonna end up bringing some junk that you didn't want home with you at the end of the day. And if you care about your family, yourself, your health, your kids, hey, you don't need to bring that stuff home, okay? All right, so be aware of your environment. What about loading the truck? We all like to throw things into the truck and we want to be Hercules. We want to be the man of steel. Hey, don't be stupid, right? You don't want to be stupid. You want that twisted steel and sex appeal to be there. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Boom, that was spam, but I hung up, loading your truck. Don't be the guy that wants to hulk a whole couch and chuck it, right? Sometimes you need the buddy system. Sometimes if you don't have it, you're riding solo, you need to reach out, phone a friend, get a buddy. Don't be out there being stupid. You got dollies, you got carts, you got all these resources and equipment that you can use. Don't be out there trying to be Superman, right? I got a guy, he's like 19 years old. I could lift that couch by myself and throw it. I'm like, nah. The sins of the past, remember? I told you all about that. What you do today will affect you tomorrow, right? So if you want a broke back, hey, that's on you. But you need to understand that you're not out there trying to impress anybody. You're trying to safely remove items out of somebody's house, yard, storage unit, garage, whatever it is, and put it in your equipment, okay? So use the buddy system if you have to. Lift with your knees, right? Didn't say get on your knees, I said lift with your knees, not your back. We've heard this before, right? Don't lift with your back. As you get older, your back's gonna have arthritis, you're gonna have a sore back. Nobody needs the chiropractic payments every month on top of everything else. But you wanna make sure that you're using proper lifting techniques, all right? Back supports, they have those straps, go around your waist. Oh, I can't see it, but they go around your waist. They got the stirrups or whatever, right? It might not look cool, but it's gonna save your back, okay? It's gonna save your back, and later on down the road, you'll still be doing this, okay? So just don't be stupid. Common sense can prevail if you just think it out and know what you're going into. Now, we get calls same day. Be ready, have your equipment and have your PPE on your truck, ready to use, right? And maybe because we're out there hauling and balling, you probably should have one of these. Boom, first aid kit. Hey, I can't tell you how many times I done cut myself up or, I had to use that. And then sometimes you get sunburn because it's hot now, right? The sun, the skin, you're gonna get sunburn. Protect your skin. Make sure you're using some kind of a UV protectant, okay? And I know this is all elementary, right? This is like, oh, I taught this in kindergarten, right? But sometimes we get so carried away with making money, so carried away with how many jobs we can do, so carried away with life, you forget about the most important person in your world is you. Because if you're not there, your truck's not moving, your customers aren't getting service, and your business is gonna go down the toilet because you didn't take care of yourself. So, most important, take care of yourself. Now, we talked about hydrating your body. We talked about using PPE, proper equipment for your body, right? Yeah, whatever. I said it before. I told you I was gonna mess that up. Anyway, we know your environment. You want to make sure when you're loading your truck, you're being safe, use a buddy system, lifting with your knees, not with your back. You know, hey, but did anybody ever talk about mental health? Because this is something that is recent to me. I'm running hard, right? I'm trying to maximize every job, every moment of the day. I'm running. Sometimes your body will tell you, I've had enough. And it's okay, right? It's okay to have enough. Like your brain, he's got that kill switch up there like, hey dude, we're done. You need to take mental breaks. You need to take care of yourself, the inner self, right? We get clouded by the dollars, the jobs, the leads. We get clouded up here and we don't take care of ourselves. You need to be around for your business to thrive, right? You need to be around for your family. You need to be around for a lot of things. Mental health. It's okay to say, look, man, I'm a badass dude. I'm a badass woman, but it's okay to ask for help. I'm telling you, I've had to ask for help. I have bad anxiety. I don't sleep at night whenever I got big jobs the next day. I worry about shit that I shouldn't worry about, that I should not be worried about, right? A lot of it stems from the military career. A lot of it stems from just wanting to do an excellent job and provide the best service I can provide, right? It's okay to raise your hand and say, hey, I need help, okay? Some days you just need to call it a day, recuperate, recover, get your mind right, because you can't have a lapse in judgment because your mind ain't right and you're over here lifting crazy amounts of weights, okay? Take care of your mental. If you take care of your brain and you're hydrated and you're trying to do the right things, we're gonna be successful. We're gonna be successful together, all right? We all have our stories, we all have our past, we all have things that nobody knows that we're fighting, right? Nobody knows we're fighting inside. You know, I can speak on a veteran behalf, not just a small business owner in junk removal, but on the veteran side. It's that pride that you don't want to just say, I need help. It's okay not to be okay. I'll be honest, I already know that I'm not okay. I'm okay with not being okay. I'm a little different. I'm a little special, right? I like things that other people don't like. I might have a twisted sense of humor that other people just don't like to laugh about, but I be laughing at myself, all right? I talk to myself, I answer myself, I'm in the truck singing to myself. It's okay. Listen, if y'all don't get anything else, I know this is a kind of a long video for me, but if you don't get anything else, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay not to be okay. Please, if you're out there and you're struggling mentally, instead of continuing to strain yourself and to, spread yourself thin because you got to make that money, okay? The money will still be there. You have to be here and you have to be healthy mentally and physically to go help your customer, your next door neighbor. Maybe you have people that work for you. You have to stick around in the business in order for them to continue to work and feed their family. So a lot is riding on you taking care of you. So please remember, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to put the pride aside and raise your hand and say, hey, listen, I need help. I got some shit going on and I really could use some help, okay? If you're religious, you know you have resources. If you're not, there's doctors, there's nurses, there's people out there that, that's their thing, I'll tell you a story. I was so scared to ask for help when I knew I needed help because I thought if I went and talked to somebody, I'd end up in a straitjacket in a padded room with no shoestrings, right? I was scared. Get over being scared and get on with being healthy and being a better you. Because we can all talk about it. We read books, I'm clean, I don't do any drugs or alcohol anymore. We talk about reading self-help and listening to motivational speeches, and right, that doesn't mean shit if you don't honestly help yourself. So listen, help yourself mentally, physically, right? Be the best version that you can be. There's always the time to start is now, okay? Don't be a stat in somebody's reading about we lost so-and-so. But being a veteran, I've lost so many people because they've lost a battle with their mind. They've lost a battle with their health. They just give up, right? 22 veterans a day, we lose, right? And I'm sure we lose a lot of people that are not veterans. They lose that battle with life. And I'm telling you right now, life is beautiful. Look around you. There's somebody that's got it worse. Somebody is way worse, right? Your situation is temporary. Don't let this moment, whenever you're struggling, determine the rest of your life. So I apologize for not being on video the last couple of days. I've struggled with my mental health. I've struggled with a lot of anxiety, and I've gotten my ass whooped in, the last, I'd say 4 or 5 days. We've had some monster jobs. I'm worn out. Even though I'm hydrated, it's just my body hurts, right? You're gonna have days like that, all right? Real talk, don't let the bad days, the bad times and the bad days add up to make the week bad, the month bad, right? Stop it before it starts. Go have a bad day, and then tomorrow's gonna be the damn best day of your life. You got to focus on you in this journey, whether it's junk removal, or if you're a power washer, a lawn care guy, go out there and make every day the best you can. Don't forget about your safety and your health. Don't forget about your mental health. It's okay not to be okay. It's Matt with Anchors Away Junk Removal in Holland. We haul it all but the mother-in-law. And I cannot wait to make another video. But comment, subscribe, leave me a couple likes, in the YouTube universe. I'm trying to make it out here. Until next time, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all on the next video.